Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Wednesday. Boy, what another great day we're going to have. Let me see those big smiles this morning. You got some big smiles? I sure miss your big smiles, but I am glad to see you're smiling, ready to work. Let's get busy. Do you remember what today is, boys and girls? Today makes the W sound. Today is Wednesday. Very good. And what is our month that we're still in? We're almost done with this month, boys and girls. We are in April, and today is the 29th. Can you say that with me? April, the 29th, and then 2020. I bet you guys said that before I even could write it. April, the 29th, 2020, or 2020. Look at that, 29. 29. It's in the 20 family. There's the 2. 29. Do you know what comes after April? Everybody should be saying May. We will have April, almost done with April, and then we'll move into May. And of course, today's Wednesday. That means tomorrow is, stick your tongue out at the teacher, Thursday, and yesterday, just plain old Tuesday. Great job. All right, well, yesterday we looked at this verse from Ephesians 4:32. Ephesians, it is in the New Testament. It sounds like a long E. Ephesians. Can you say that word? It's kind of big. Ephesians. And it talks about forgiveness. And we mentioned yesterday that Jesus tells us to forgive each other. Can you say that with me? Forgive each other just as God forgave you. Okay, can you say that all together? Let's say where it's from and the verse. Ephesians 4:32. Forgive each other just as God forgave you. Great job. Yeah, boys and girls, we need to remember the Bible tells us Jesus forgives our sins when we ask him and we ask for his forgiveness, and we want to be the kind of friend, the kind of person that forgives other people also. All right, so work on that today. We all need to work on that, but remember, somebody does something, brother, sister maybe, and they say they're sorry, say, I forgive you. We want to forgive others just as Jesus has always forgiven us. All right, well, today I brought our tricky words. Last week we played a lot of basketball with our tricky words. Today we're just going to read through them. These are words, remember, that sometimes they start off okay, but somewhere along the line they try to trick us. So let's see what we got today. Can you say them with me? Why? We'll go pretty quickly here. From. Try to say them faster than I do. Of. My. Your. Said. Number 2. Done. Number 8. Who. You. Some. Are. Here. Saw. Starts with an S. The. Was. Number 1. See that a lot on our math paper. Come. What. Were. Many. There. Love. Put. 2. Number 4. Says. We see that a lot in our reader. Want. All. Where. Do. Give. They. To. Have. Any. There. School. And the letter A, but we pronounce it All right, so boys and girls, look, that is a big stack of tricky words. Great job, all right? Give yourself a finger clap if you read through those. And if you can't, that's okay. You just need to practice them. On Friday, Mom and Dad are going to be bringing back your work that you've been working on. And when you get a new packet, we're going to get some new tricky words. So we're going to add to that pile. So let's make sure we're getting these locked down in our brain so that when we add to the pile, we'll be ready for some new ones. All right. Now remember, on Friday, when you turn your work in, you do not need to bring in your readers. Keep your readers. Those are for us to practice at home. I do not need readers back. All right. Let's keep those. Just the work you've been working on. All right, well, today I've got this cute little story called Muddy Paws, New Friends. And look at those, boys and girls. Don't those puppies look adorable? New friends. There's Muddy Paws. New. There's F-R, friends. All right, let's see some of these cute little puppies in this story. Let me show you this real quick. Look at that. Aren't those adorable little puppies? All right. Ben and his puppy Muddy Paws were best friends. They did everything together. From galloping games to quiet cuddles. Maybe you have a friend like that, or a stuffed friend, maybe if it's not real. But when Ben went to school, Muddy Paws had to stay at home with nobody to play with. Then one day, Ben said, "Come on, Muddy Paws, let's go to school." Muddy Paws was very excited and pulled on his leash all the way. But they didn't go to Ben's school. Where do you think they went, boys and girls? They didn't go to Ben's school. They went to puppy school. Can you say that? Puppy school. Two other puppies come over to say hello. Droopy, a little puppy with big dangly ears, was a little bit shy, but his friend Patch wasn't. Look at those cute little puppies. Muddy Paws, why don't you play with your new friends till it's time to start school, said Ben. Ben opened the door and three puppies chased each other around and around the yard. Muddy Paws loved having his new friends to play with. The three puppies found a big puddle. Splish! Droopy tiptoed in up to the bottom of his ears. Splash! Muddy Paws jumped up to his tummy. Splosh! Patch jumped in up to his collar. Can you say that with me, boys and girls? Splish! Splash! Splosh! Then it was time to start class. The first lesson was sitting. Sit. Droopy sat. Sit. Muddy Paws rolled over. Oh, Muddy Paws, chuckled Ben. Nice try, but not quite right yet. Sit. Patch shook water all over the place. Can you shake your body like Patch did? Like you're shaking water all over the place. You shake your body. The second lesson was fetching. Everyone had brought a rolled up sock for their puppies to fetch. Fetch? Muddy Paws and his new friends galloped off together. Droopy picked up his sock, and Muddy Paws picked up his sock, and Patch pounced on his. Then he shook it until it rolled up and flew up in the air. And landed on Muddy Paws' head. Muddy Paws and Droopy happily trotted back together. Good boy, laughed Ben. You fetched your sock. And now you look just like your friends. You see how the sock looks like the ears? Those droopy ears. Before the end of class, the teacher wanted to try the setting lesson again. Sit, Droopy sat. Sit. Muddy Paws wolfed happily, but he didn't sit. Sit. Patch chased his tail. He didn't like to sit still. Ben thought he'd try one last time. Come on, Muddy Paws, you can do it. Sit, said Ben. Just then, Patch ran over to get his sock back, but his leash got tangled around Ben's legs. Look at that. Ben fell on his bottom with a great big bump. You say bump. And because Ben was sitting down, look what Muddy Paws did. He sat down. And because their friend Muddy Paws was sitting down, Droopy and Patch sat down too. Hooray, cheered Ben. You did it. Everybody say hooray. When it was time to go home, Muddy Paws was a little bit sad to say goodbye to Droopy and Patch. Don't worry, Muddy Paws, said Ben. You'll see them again next week. So with a happy goodbye, woof, Muddy Paws headed back home with Ben, his very best friend of all. Can you make that wolf sound like Muddy Paws? The end. Great. What a great story, boys and girls. Fun, fun, and cute little animal friends there, wasn't there? All right, great job. And we're going to come back. We're going to work on our reader. So let's get our reader, and we're going to work on our handwriting. All right, so let's get ready for those. Great job.